Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Ready to Love. This is season 9, episode 13. This is the first part of the reunion. I think there's going to be two. I enjoyed this reunion a lot. I thought there was some really good stuff in it. The ending leading for, I guess, next week's episode. It's a shame that this wasn't a 2 hour. I would have really appreciated just a full 2 hours, get the show not wrapped up, but I mean, just like where we ended. I would like to. Well, they left the good stuff for the end, which makes a lot of sense because they want you to tune in next week. But looks like everybody on the from the cast is there, which I appreciate. I'm just gonna run down a list of like in order of things that happened. Patrice and Alonso were first. We checked in on them, and Patrice is like 3 days after the event, I guess the process. She came back to Alonso's place, and there was a girl there, and Alonso had given her a key to his house, so I mean, she could come whenever she pleased, and yeah, I don't think Chaz would have been a good move for her either, but it's a shame because I really like Patrice. I thought she was really cool. I know, I wonder if the age thing or came to in effect, but he was like, why can't I like be friends with girls and like they're allowed to come over? And then she's like, well, kept saying his Jeep was broken down or broke down or something like that, but her Jeep maybe. I don't even remember. Doesn't even matter. She ended up meeting up with the girl and found out that they had sex in May. So I think she claimed that was during the process. So I'm not 100% sure when this was filmed, like timeline wise, but she said he had had sex with this girl during the process, and he was also with other women during this process as well. So she's like, I'm done with this. No chance in hell was the quote that they're going to get back together. She also said that like he was getting STD tested. So, I mean, she was going down with Alonzo. I mean, she said he was a liar. They're sitting next to each other on the couch. I thought she, compared to other people as we get it through the reunion, I thought she handled herself pretty well. But yeah, I kind of thought that maybe they could, of the couples that went, I mean, it was, I would say between them, it was going to be, I mean, Mika and Justin I like, so we'll see. We didn't really get the full interview from them, but it looks like they're still together based off an interaction or a comment he makes. But I'll get to that. Um, so the next group is William and a couple of the girls, and he's kind of getting smoked by Mika with some confrontation. He's like she's kind of bashing him about certain things. He hits her with some low blow responses about like her appearance and things like that. And what I do like about this reunion is like just because people are on stage, they have like a backstage like camera view, and it's like the people that the contestants that aren't on the stage but they're watching and reacting. Really enjoyed that. I thought some of their comments and reactions were really funny, the things that were actually going on the main stage with Tommy. um Alexis and Kashia, they are definitely still not really liking each other. It they're arguing. This is like foreshadowing pretty much what happens later. But yeah, Kashia just, I mean, she was a little weird on the show, but it is nice to see. I do like a lot of the people that were on this cast. I thought they're interesting. Like some of them don't like each other, so it makes for good TV. I also thought as the first time watching Tommy work a reunion, I thought he did a pretty good job. And he'll make jokes at people, calls them out. There's a couple times that he did lose a little control of like the cast and their conversation, but like the security had to come in at one point. But I thought he did a decent job compared to some of the other shows we watch, where they're like kind of they don't ask the tough questions or like things like that. I thought he did, in my opinion, okay job. If anybody that's watching has seen other reunions of his, like, do you think he does a good job? Let me know. Again, I will probably watch these older seasons. Try to maybe watch them in the summer. We'll see. We'll see. Um, so next up, we meet Glenn. Glenn finally comes out. He meets the cast. He's going to speed date the women during the reunion. So I thought that was cool. They checked in on him a few times. He's talking. Um, he said that he got in a car accident or something like that. That's one of the reasons why he didn't come. It wasn't like he was emotional, but I mean, it was so long ago. I mean, again, it doesn't even matter at this point. So we also check in with Leylin, and she said that maybe she left the process a little too soon, but she said like things happen for a reason. So Chaz, I mean, I know he's gonna look like a dumbass next week, but he made a comment that he like that was one of his like better connections, and like he would have pursued her hard if she was still there. So maybe she dodged a bullet. Okay, then Tommy brings up the choked or spanked conversation. Alonzo says like he Alonzo was on one tonight. Honestly, like he made a comment like you don't get sometimes you get choked when you're kissing, and I was just like, I don't think I've ever been choked or you choked somebody while you're kissing them. And then Tommy was like kind of floored, like he was like kind of like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? And like the cast is laughing at him. And I mean, it sounds like Alonzo might be a sicko. So he might be in sicko mode. So hey man, whatever floats your boat. All right, so the real event of this part of the reunion is Laron and Alexis. They start kind of going into each other. I don't think it was I know it was after the choke spank, but I wasn't sure if it like kind of bled into that. Oh, they were playing a game. They were playing Who Said It, which I thought it was a good idea. Like Tommy would read a quote from somebody, they had to guess who it was, and I think they went through like one or two, and then they finally nailed on one that actually ended up being William, um, tall William, not sleeping on the floor William. But yeah, he she basically it really escalated when she was like it was about being a snake, and LeBron and Alexis kind of were like jabbing at each other a little bit, and then Alexis like, well, let's be real, like you're the biggest snake on the cast, and she calls him like a dork, and he insults her with something I don't even remember what it was. To me, I didn't even know I don't know if it was like a perfume or something. I don't know. I don't remember what he said. It like flew over my head that I didn't know what it meant, and I didn't look it up. But yeah, they start getting into each other, and they're screaming at each other, and like their bleeps are flying. She needs to be escorted off by security, and like on her way out, like she's sitting next to Justin, and Justin's like, "Yo, you just need to be quiet." And like she starts yelling at him. She starts yelling at some other people, like other William, not the William that slept on like supposedly slept on the floor. Tries to get her to leave. Tries to get her, and she's like, "Don't touch me." And then like she says something to like. I don't know what Mika said to her. Like it kind of got lost in like all the yelling, but like Mika said something to her, and she's like, I will fucking beat you up. Like, and it just, it was, this was like a legit, this was, could have been a brawl. And man, it was good TV. It was good TV. It was fun to watch. Um, and she just goes back in the dressing room. She's flipping off the camera. She's like, she just actually leaves the studio. So I don't think she's going to be in part two. She's like, fuck this. And she's out. And, I would have liked it. Like, it would have been awesome to kind of get her back on maybe a camera where she can like talk and like not be in the studio, but like they do like a live cut in. But I thought it was. I wish I wish I could. I didn't. I don't think I had subtitles on, but I don't even know if subtitles would have picked it up. There was just so much jabbering going on. Like when the security got involved, like Justin kept saying to her, like, "Yo, this is what you should do," and he just said like, and he just sat there and he's like, quiet. Like just need to you take the insults. Like you don't need to respond to everything that somebody says. And a couple of people said in confessionals too, like, "Look, we're here to look pretty." I think it might have been um Rashina, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, but she said something like, "Hey, we're all looking here pretty. Like, let's not try to ruin the evening." Tommy, I don't know if he said it at this point, but he did say it at some point during the reunion, like, "Look, we don't need to keep like bringing it down on each other. Like, we don't need to insult, like, want to fight. Like, it's just like we're here for a show. We're talking about the things that happen and things like that." But next week, I'm not lying. I'm not lying, guys and girls. When I heard Chaz say that he has a date set, I audibly gasped. I audibly gasped out loud, and it was like I had to rewind it. I didn't believe what I just watched, and he calls Vanessa a narcissist. Like it, that I am super excited. That's why I was like really bummed that I got to wait till next Friday to watch this because I this could have been 2 hours. This could have been 3 hours. I would have been really into. Dude, there's so many people on the show. The cast is big enough where I think we could have got like I'd like to know a little bit more about people like some of the things we probably didn't see. I think it would have been nice to because they were showing recap stuff. I'm no offense, I don't care about the recaps. I want to see like things that happen in the season. I want to see them talking or stuff I didn't see. That's what I want to see in a reunion. I don't need to see a flashback or the things that happened. Like we all watch the show. Like we know exactly what happened. They can talk about a point. they could show it up on the screen but still talking, maybe show it like on mute. Like we know, as somebody who's watching the season, like we don't need to see every single like waste time. Like it's only an hour. We don't need to wait. We don't need to waste the time. Give us the juice. Like that's what we're here for. But can't wait for next week. I'm really excited to see these Chaz sit downs, because that guy, man, I don't know what he's smelling his own shit. I don't. He just he's a goof. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a good Friday night for me. But I appreciate you guys all for watching. Make sure to check out all of our other stuff. If you have any show suggestions, drop them in the comments. And yeah, anything else, any comments at all, we always try to respond to them, and anything. Yeah, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend. This will probably be out on Saturday, and make sure to check out all of the other stuff from the last week. And starts again on Sunday with some Summer House Martha's Vineyard. So the grind never stops. But hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I will talk to you guys in the next video. See you.